him go. Why? Because I could crash the car. I could hurt myself. I could get pulled over. This dude might have a gun. Stuff like that. We think of all that. So when it comes to comedy, we bring that kind of thought processes to the stage. And men, not that they're not funny, obviously they are, but they don't have the same level or, I guess, catalog of topics, because we're coming from a female experience, plus we talk too much, we overthink everything. So to actually to our detriment or to our blessing, whichever, men probably say detriment, like stop talking, but you never know. We got so much to say on everything. You can sit and listen to, get the opportunity to be on that platform like our male counterparts. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think we're such a breath of fresh air, and everyone could relate to us, everyone, because we're human first and foremost, right? So,
I agree.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I like that you said that. You said women have this, they don't just see things in black and white, they see the gray area, and that we talk a lot and that we're accused of overthinking. I'm a Virgo. So they say we overthink everything. They say that we analyze everything. I have been accused of that. I've actually had guys say, I don't want to date you because you think too much. You're always thinking, which I think is crazy. So you don't want somebody that thinks? Oh, well. Okay.
Right.
Then obviously not me, so.
Right. But it's obvious that a guy would say that, right? Because they only think black and white. It's either you talk too much or you don't talk at all. And they prefer you not to talk. Right? Really? Really? You just want to hear yourself. And then they don't got nothing to say when you do be quiet. Like, okay, I'll wait. They don't got nothing. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, that's a woman point blank period, because I'm a Taurus. And I talk too much all the time. I had one guy, a comedian who I respect a lot. When I was single, he was like, you just too smart for these guys. And I was like, well, I'm straight, so I only like guys. And if I'm too smart for guys, then you're telling me that y'all are dumb. And I don't appreciate that. And I don't believe that. Okay? So maybe I'm too smart for you, and I'm not even interested in you. Thank goodness for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not going to stay there. I'm not going to believe I need to dummy myself down because I'm too smart for guys. I only like guys. You know what I'm saying? So I have to keep up the fight. I'm not going to give up.
But you're not the only one that's been told that. I was told that I'm too deep. I'm too intellectual. Yeah, I've been told that too. And I said, well, I told the person, I said, well, I'm a sapiosexual, so if you can't have a conversation and we can't talk about different topics, then you can't even interest me, because I just won't even be I could look at you and think, oh, you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're handsome, but that it won't go to the attraction because there's nothing there beyond just the physical, the physical outer person. I need some inner person going on there. So that's interesting that we have different signs. You're a Taurus, I'm a Virgo, different professions in the artistic world. You're a comic, I'm a poet, but we've had those similar criticisms of us as women, as single women. You were single, I'm still single. We've had those. That's very interesting. We had the same thing. I didn't know that we had that in common. Probably lots of women out there that experience.
that part, I think it is a common thread for all. I wonder, this is totally off topic, but I wonder if lesbian women probably don't, because they're both women. Right. Yeah. I was a woman going to tell a woman, you talk too much or you think too much or you're too deep. I bet they both have that in common. That's probably nice.
That probably is nice, but just like you, I'm not attracted in that manner. I actually tried. I have a poem about getting so frustrated with men that I looked at women and I tried to be attracted to them, but it just didn't work. You can't try to be attracted to somebody. You just either are or you're not. So It's like I just didn't. No, it wasn't there. I couldn't do it.
Right. I just don't like boobies. Like, I'm just not gonna try to like boobies. I mean, there's some chunky men out there who kind of have boobies, but it's not the same. And it's just like that's it. I love everybody. There's some beautiful women
Oh,
out there,
yes. Yes.
and it's like I just don't like boobies. I can't get over it. Like, that's my issue. So I'm sorry.
I got you. I got
Like,
you.
that's it. It's funny though, but it's good to know. Decide, right? I'm not indecisive when it comes to that situation.
Yeah, that was an easy decision to make.
So,
Okay, let me see
yeah.
if I can be attracted. Nope, can't be attracted. Okay, don't ever have to go down that path again. That thought process is closed. Door closed. Figured it out. Move
Box
on.
checked. All right, we checked that box. Not going back.
Yep, exactly. So, going back to our topic today, do you feel like you are decisive? Do you feel like it's easy for you to make decisions and you don't struggle with it a lot? Or do you feel on some topics you're decisive and on other topics you struggle?
I need to take a step back. I'm a spur of the moment type of person. I have been, most of my life until I had my son. But even still, it's just how I am. And so I really don't need a lot of time to make a decision because I just make them. And I'm old enough to know that I'm not going to put myself in a risky spur of the moment decision. Like, I'm glad I know me that well. But when it is something that I have to really ponder on, sit and kind of think about, I need a little time. Like that whole hurry up we got right now, hurry up and make this decision. I can't move in that. I need a little time. And then I could come back. But for the most part, I trust my decision-making skills and I'm spurred a moment. So it's really not on my mind for long. I just be like, let's do it. Yep, that was I want to do that. Whatever it is. If you're like, let's go to Colorado real quick. If I got the money and I'm off, yeah, let's go. Like, I don't need to think I'm not going to burden myself with too much thoughts because this seems fun. So let's go. That's me for the most part.
That's good. I've heard that if you do know yourself, that you tend to trust your gut a lot and you tend to make those what they call blink decisions. And I actually read a book called Blink, and it was about how people needed to trust their blink decisions more because they had done like these studies where they had looked at the people who made these blink decisions, like you said, that spur of the moment decision, or the people who deliberated about it and how did they feel afterwards, that they feel like they made a good decision. And the people who made the blink decisions a lot of times felt more confident and felt they just were more aligned. You know what I'm saying?
There's
And the
no
people they sat there and pondered it. They didn't end up being any happier or more satisfied. So the whole book was basically about giving yourself the permission to realize that we don't realize how much we're processing. Like, when you get a situation, it doesn't take your brain, your gut, your heart a long time to process all of the factors, because our brain processes at lightning speed. We don't even understand all the stuff that's going in, and the stuff that we're sifting in our head without even thinking about it. And then we get this gut feeling. We really have actually sifted through like our impressions of that person, thinking through at lightning speed, like pros and cons and all that stuff. And then we came to a conclusion. So a lot of times, we don't need all that time to process. Sometimes we do, but a lot of times it's okay if we just go with that blink decision.
Like they say, go with your first mind. That is the best one. Because when you ponder it, the one thing I don't like to do, which I have done to know that I don't like to do it, is think hard on something so much, because I can do pros and cons and I can come up with the same amount of reasons as to why not. You know what I'm saying? Because I could do that. I lived with a lot of people growing up because of just how I lived. So you have to learn how to be on any side for the most part, and I learned how to do that. So sometimes when I do that, I still don't know which way to go after all that thinking, right? So then what you do, you take it to an unbiased person, someone who ain't in your opinion on that. And then they come up with an issue that you ain't even thought about. Now you got that problem, like, I ain't even think of that. I didn't even think. Now I'm worried. You know what I'm saying? Forget it. I don't even want to do it now. You know what I'm saying? So I had to stop that. I had to stop doing that. I had to stop thinking whatever my decision is, you look weird. I had to get rid of that. So what? I'm doing it though. They're wishing they looked weird. They wish they were in my spot because they're not doing it. Whoever you think it thinks you look weird, because that's all in your head, you know. So I had to get rid of those. I had to get rid of all those bad negative thoughts and just be spur of the moment. Spur of the moment, nothing could get in there because all you thinking is what you're thinking, and it's to do what you're thinking. That's it. You ain't got no negative thoughts. You ain't got no nothing, no no's. You just got let's go. And this is it's your first mind. And I've been so many times that I can honestly say that's the best way to go. I mean, you could think after you decided, like, should I go out of town? You know, should I go out of town next week? I'm gonna go out of town next week. You decide you're gonna go out of town. I'm doing it. I already said I'm doing it. I paid. Now I can think about it. Like, what do I want to wear? What's my jewelry? Let me see what restaurants is there, you know, because then it's positive thoughts still not stopping me from making that movement. Now I'm in it, you know, so I'm prepping for being in it. But yeah, I'm just spur of the moment. It's much more fun and free. You don't have no expectations. You don't have to check off. You're just doing it.
Yeah.